ठीक है, मेरी आवाज जब तक रहे तब तक रिकॉर्डिंग चलेगी। उतनी बुरी भी नहीं है ना सर?
Nee, 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 your voice is fine only. Honestly, if you wanted, we could have just skipped it also. Anyway, we are going to keep it short only. It's
आई
not
नो,
going to
आई
be
वाज
that
लाइक
long.
सर पैसे खर्च किए हैं, फर्स्ट वीकेंड को देखी है, इतना काम किया है, माइट एज वेल रिकॉर्ड, मैंने सोचा।
At this point, see, me watching a bad movie, I am like, see, if I'm watching a bad movie, quote unquote a bad movie, I might as well watch it in the most expensive way possible. कुछ तो आराम मिले at this point.
दैट
Dhurandhar
इज
the
ऑल्सो ट्रू।
Revenge. Dhurandhar the Revenge. ठीक है, that movie I saw on the 18th. I did not even see it on official release day. I saw it the day prior. ठीक है, आई सॉ इट इन फुल रिगेलिया, आई सॉ इट मतलब पूरा सो के फुल पॉपकॉर्न पॉपकॉर्न लेके 700 रुपए का टिकट था।
वो भी 2 घंटा उसके पहले भी बर्बाद हुआ ना, उस पिक्चर का
हाँ हाँ,
रिलीज
पिक्चर
भी आया
स्टार्ट ही
नहीं।
तो नहीं हुआ, 2 घंटे पहले बर्बाद हुआ, इसलिए आई एम गोइंग टू
ये
स्पेंड
एपिसोड में
एज
नहीं
मच मनी।
जाएगा सर, बत्ते आप करते हैं।
या नो नो, आई नो इट इज नॉट गोइंग इन द एपिसोड, डोंट वरी। एंड इवन इफ यू
स्टार्ट
डू फाइट, क्या ही होगा।
स्टार्ट
और
करूँ फिर मैं?
हाँ हाँ, करो करो।
ठीक है। जय माता दी, लेट्स रॉक।
जादू मंतर, जादू मंतर, जादू मंतर। You are going into the future.
You talking to me?
Ain't always BBC clothing.
என் பேர் மாணிக்கம், எனக்கு இன்னொரு பேர் இருக்கு.
Talking to me?
Queen is dead.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Mandalorian and Grogu episode of Queen is Dead, which is courtesy here by resident Star Wars expert guest here at Queen is Dead and co-host Amartya. Hi, Amartya, how are you?
Hello, I don't like to agree with the fact that I'm an expert. Believe me, I know some Star Wars experts. I'm not an expert.
Nerd
Just to
बोल
be
देते
honest.
हैं, ठीक है? If expert is too much of high praise, we'll say that
Yeah,
the
yeah, it
Star
is
Wars
way too
noob.
much of a high praise. It is also something I do not want to be because that is
Hmm.
matlab too much shit even for me.
Valid, which is why I am here as the resident Star Wars noob, because I watched one Star Wars film in my life before watching this one, which is episode one, The Phantom Menace, I think it is called.
Oh
See,
God.
not even episode four. Episode one is the first film I watched, and this was
Hmm.
like 6, 7 years back. I remember very little of it. And also I
No, no, that's
apologize.
fine. That's fine.
And for the listeners, I apologize for my voice. I'm not well. This is the rasp we're going to have to live with for this episode. But I hope you can, get through it. I mean, as we got through this film, maybe.
Hmm, maybe.
Um,
No, I
but
don't think this film is that bad, to be very honest with you.
no, it's
Uh,
it's definite. Sir, I will say I enjoyed it only. I gave it what, 3 stars and a half, 3.5
Yeah, yeah,
stars.
same. I also give it three
Yeah,
star.
yeah.
I'm the quote unquote Star Wars nerd, and even
Huh.
I am like key 3 star, but I am not like the Star Wars nerd who is like, oh my god, the prequels are great, the original trilogy is excellent, the sequel trilogy is dog shit. I'm not that. Thank you.
No, no, very valid, sir. आप में थोड़ा सेंस बचा है, उसका हम मजा उड़ा रहे हैं अब तक.
Very low, as Varun would like to say, very low. But है, अभी भी है.
Anyways, I will introduce the film first, then I will throw it to Amartya to give his spiel about Star Wars, to explain it to me, who has again watched one Star Wars film in my life, before we get to it. So, Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu is directed by Jon Favreau, written by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Noah Kloor. It's produced by the two as well. It stars Pedro Pascal in voice acting, and for about spoilers. I mean, it's going to be a spoiler discussion, so I'm telling from now only for about 3 minutes in the film.
क्या
Um,
स्पॉइलर होगा मुझे भी नहीं पता, but ठीक है.
yeah, Jeremy Allen White, Brendan Wayne, and Lateef Crowder as the Mandalorian, as well as Martin Scorsese in a
Yes.
voiceover role, and Sigourney Weaver, who is here for the paycheck. Um, it's the cinematography is by David Klein. The music is by Ludwig Göransson. It's edited by Rachel Goodlett Katz and Dylan Freyson. Um, it the plot for it by IMDb is once a lonely bounty hunter, Mandalorian Din Djarin and his apprentice Grogu embark on an exciting new Star Wars adventure, which is as generic as it can get, but that is also what the film is. So I'm going like so. We'll talk about how relevant Star Wars background knowledge is to the experience of the film, which I will get to when we get to the film itself. But
Mhm.
like, I'm going to just ask you, Amartya, what the hell is Star Wars? Why the hell does it matter? And what do you think is matters with respect to this film? Ab batao, sir.
What the hell is Star Wars is a very interesting question. I think even Americans don't know what Star Wars is, and it is their biggest claim to fame in terms of original legend in a way. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of shade to Americans. I am already apologizing to all the American listeners here, but it is true. Besides baseball, besides baseball, American cheeseburger, the only other claim to fame for Americans at this point is Star Wars. I am sorry, but it is true.
Sure, sir. But इसके आगे बताओ, sir.
It is true. No, what Star Wars is basically it is like the ravings of a madman called George Lucas, who saw lots of samurai movies, lots of western movies, lots of pulp stories with his friend Steven Spielberg, and he decided to make a potpourri of all those influences and all those thought processes, but set within the 70s. So there is enough of a anti-Vietnam, okay, anti-governmental mindset to an extreme. Plus there is lots of hippie psychology, Christian influences. Plus also there is the fact that he's also going to subvert some of the Christian influences. So what I mean by that is, firstly, it's a fantasy story, so he's setting it in a galaxy far far away. Okay, long time ago in a galaxy far far away. Understood.
Well
he
done.
sets, he sets it out of earth bounds basically, though
Hmm.
I think there are a couple of fan fiction or stories that actually puts the Star Wars characters within earth. Those are very bad, as you can imagine. Anyway, there are also a couple of movies also which puts earth characters in Star Wars stories. Again, those movies are also bad.
आगे
Doesn't
बढ़ो,
matter.
sir. आगे बढ़ो.
The thing about Star Wars is there is a metaphysical entity or a metaphysical thought process called the Force. What
Okay.
the Force is, at least in 1977's original movie Star Wars, which was later rebranded as Episode 4, in the original Star Wars, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi states that the Force is actually a living entity. Force is actually an entity that binds all living things together. It's a power that could be harnessed by everybody. Ideally speaking, it could be harnessed by everybody, but you need training and you need a bit of gift within you to harness it easily. That's the basic idea. People who are gifted at the harnessing of the Force are called Force sensitive people.
Okay.
Okay. And there are two factions within the society of Star Wars who can handle the Force and utilize it to produce various different sorts of powers like telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation, even mind powers, lots of shit,
Okay.
lots of shit, lots of shit. They can also utilize to like mind control or mind transmit from one galaxy to the next, which happens in Last Jedi. So the Force does this, and
Okay.
the faction who can utilize the Force are mainly two types. One is the Jedi,
Hmm.
who represent the light side of the Force. By light side of the Force, they basically mean righteous goodness.
Sure.
Okay, loyalty, justice, that is represented by the Jedi. And then there is the Sith. The Sith represents the dark side of the Force. And interestingly, what George Lucas always tried to show to us, that the light side of the Force's opposite is essentially also represented human selfishness. So selfishness, passion, hatred, anger, those would increase the dark side of the Force, that would lead people to commit violent, unspeakable evil deeds.
Sure.
The whole conceit of Star Wars essentially was that there is as always in all these stories, because they follow the Joseph Campbell myth of the hero's journey,
Hero with a thousand
they
faces. Yeah.
hero with a thousand faces, there is a chosen one.
Hmm.
This chosen one ostensibly would bring balance to the force. So basically, the light side and the dark side should exist in a state of perpetual balance. The entire universe also exists in that sense of perpetual balance because there is galactic warfare, trade federation nonsense, lots of shit happen in this universe. Okay, so but all these things exist in a state of balance.
Sure.
The problem with all these 9 movies, Jesus Christ, there are 9 movies, but yeah,
This
there
is
are
why I
9.
never watched them because that's too many. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there are 10 movies now with The Mandalorian and Grogu. So the 9 movies comprise what is called the Skywalker saga because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, Star Wars is also more than fantasy. Star Wars is high melodrama. It's about one single family ka nonsense. It's Kyuki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahuti set in
It is
space.
Fast and Furious, sir, in space.
Yeah. No, let's not put Fast and Furious to that high of a pedestal.
But
जरूरत
सास
है.
भी कभी होती can be.
Yeah, 100%. 1000 episode के ऊपर है. The melodrama is basically now the chosen one is supposed to be somebody who will bring balance to the force. When the original trilogy, which is basically 1977 Star Wars, 1982's Empire Strikes Back, and 1984 or 86 is Return of the Jedi.
Hmm.
The 3 movies we were led to believe that Luke Skywalker, a farmer's kid on the island on the planet of Tatooine, will be the chosen one because he's going to be the prince that is going to save a princess aided by a knight and a scoundrel who will help in destroying a superpowered weapon, okay, while also being chased by a dark lord.
मतलब टेम्पलेट लगा के बनाया है.
फुल टेम्पलेट लगा के बनाया, ठीक है. सो बाय ऑल अकाउंट्स लूक स्काईवॉकर वाज सपोज्ड टू बी द हीरो ऑफ दिस जर्नी. What Lucas, I think, in his brilliance does, and which is why Dune is such a huge inspiration for Star Wars, is the fact that he reveals to us, number one, that, and spoiler alert for a movie that is currently, I think, 50 years or more old, he reveals to us that a dark lord who is after this young boy is the young boy's father.
Map understood. You are the father. No, I am the father. What is
Yeah,
it?
Darth Vader basically says you are wrong. Obi-Wan didn't kill your father. I didn't kill your father. I am your father.
Uh-huh.
Which is also, yeah, basically that is it. It is also revealed that no, Luke Skywalker isn't the chosen one. The chosen one is Luke Skywalker's dad,
Anakin.
Anakin Skywalker. And the easiest bit here is that Anakin Skywalker, it is revealed in the movie called Phantom Menace, which Chris has seen, that Anakin Skywalker is essentially signifies virgin birth because he was created by the Force.
Hmm.
Essentially, he was born to a woman, but he did not have a father. At least, ideally speaking, he did not have a father. It is heavily implied that the Emperor or the actual true evil, Darth Sidious or Emperor Palpatine, he is the one who manifested all this. Doesn't matter. Point being that
Yeah.
this is the guy who is supposed to bring balance to the Force. Throughout the prequel, the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is the fact that he will be seduced to the dark side.
Hmm.
But the tragedy is also that he won't be quote unquote seduced. He will be manipulated to the dark side only because he's worried about his wife.
Okay.
That is how the manipulation occurs. I'm being very short sighted about this, but you can get where I'm going with it.
Jay.
Yeah. So he falls to the dark side. He becomes one of the most evil, like Nazi. Basically, he becomes a space Nazi.
Hmm.
And the entire aspect of Star Wars is essentially a redemption saga, and it is also a father and son story.
Sure.
How the son essentially redeems the father.
Hmm.
That is exactly what is the Skywalker saga's whole concept is.
ठीक है.
Okay.
Hmm.
अब ये बड़ा अम्ब्रेला है. इसमें छोटा अम्ब्रेला जो है वो है कि हर जगह यूनिक एलियंस है जिसका अजीब नाम है.
Hmm.
ठीक है. हर एलियन का खुद का मतलब हाउ डू आई पुट दिस
Sad character.
डिफरेंट
अपना
डिफरेंट
अपना
लोर.
चल रहा है.
हाँ, साइड कैरेक्टर अपना अपना स्टोरी चल रहा है. फैंस लोगों को साइड कैरेक्टर्स का खुद का हेड कैनन बनाने में बहुत बहुत दिलचस्पी है.
Normal fandom stuff.
नॉर्मल फैंडम, ठीक है. उस हिसाब से एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस इज बिकॉज द प्रीक्वल ट्रिलॉजी गॉट सो मच lambasting, Lucas decided that no, I'm going to expand this entire shit. So he started with his protege Dave Filoni
ठीक है.
a show called Star Wars The Clone Wars,
Okay.
which began with the 2008 movie Star Wars The Clone Wars, same name, which is basically an extended pilot of the TV series. Why is that important? That is important because in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Anakin Skywalker and his Padawan matlab protege, they are being tasked to rescue a kidnapped child of Jabba the Hutt, who is Rota the Hutt.
हाँ.
Now, Rota the Hutt in this movie is an adult. In Star Wars The Clone Wars, he is the kid.
कब से लगाया है ये? क्लोन वॉर्स कब आया? ये पिक्चर शो कब आया?
2008.
इसको ने में इतना लोर लगाया है.
Uh,
मार
I
ही
have
डालो
no
सर.
idea why. I have
मार
no
ही
idea.
डालो सर.
I have no idea.
16
Why they
साल
connected this? Why they
18
connected this? I
साल
have
हो
no
गए
idea.
सर. बस रोटा दट को मर जाने दो सर, हमको नहीं चाहिए.
So Rota the Hutt would be rescued. He's just a little kid. He was called Stinky Muffin by his father. Anyway, lovely. Yeah,
जी
yeah.
जी.
I know.
Move on,
I
sir.
know.
हो गया सर.
Yeah.
I am like wildly gesticulating over there to like move on because I don't care.
Yeah, I get it. But the entire thing is now the question arises then, what the fuck is the Mandalorian? Because Star Wars is so inspired by samurai stories, because Star Wars is so inspired by melodrama, Star Wars is also inspired by westerns. And because a lot of the setting is set in desert planets like Tatooine, okay, or big cities like Coruscant, there is an implication that Star Wars would work very well in a western setting. The Mandalorian is the closest approximation of what happens when you put Star Wars ka setting, Star Wars ka all these settings in a quote-unquote western. The Mandalorian is essentially what happens if Clint Eastwood ka character, the man with no name, but with a Mandalorian sort of armor, okay, essentially goes around solving cases, or basically finds bounties that he would have to hunt. On the way, while he's going to hunt a bounty, he gets basically a rich client, a client who tells him to hunt for a specific special object, which he realizes the special object is essentially a force sensitive baby.
This rich guy is Werner Herzog.
This rich guy is Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
And this force sensitive baby is the masterstroke of Lucasfilm, that is the studio, is the masterstroke of Lucasfilm to make Star Wars relevant again to everybody now. We called him Baby Yoda. The world knows him as Grogu.
We call him Goncho.
We call him Gonchu. He is quite possibly the massive masterstroke of Lucasfilm, because even if you are the most cynical person imaginable, Grogu is such a cute piece of utter shite that you can't even imagine. You can't. मतलब आपका cynicism गया तेल लेने. You will be laughing.
So this is where I want to comment. ठीक है. I know
हाँ.
none of this nonsense, and honestly, I do not care. ठीक है.
I don't think you should either.
I could
don't
not
think you
care
should either.
less. So
हाँ.
we thought in this shtick, मैं जाऊंगा picture देखने, having no knowledge, I'll be very confused and Amartya can explain it to me. Now these people did bare minimum effort and kept it very like self-contained. So I had to know none of this. And the other thing is that I have learned enough about Star Wars through basic cultural osmosis and watching Jerry Nicholson videos. So मेरे को पता है Jabba the Hutt कौन है, मेरे को पता है Tatooine क्या है, basic knowledge है. So I went in. ठीक है, Pedro Pascal is playing Mandalorian. मेरे को भी पता था. I also knew that he's not going to be in the film for much, from what I understood. And they even go out of their way to explain that, oh, if you take off your helmet, it's so and so that you will be what is it?
Excommunicated. You will be
excommunicated,
excommunicated.
etc.
Which by the way is already a moot point, क्योंकि वो होता भी नहीं है. अब season 3 में it's already explained कि वो होगा नहीं. But again, doesn't
Anyways,
matter.
so I went in thinking all that. Now I had become aware of Grogu in 2018-19, whenever
19.
19,
The show
whenever
came out in 19. Yeah.
season 1 came out. There was a one photo when he was revealed for the first time, which was
I remember
circulating
that.
everywhere.
I
It was
remember the craze.
everywhere.
I remember the craze.
And I remember everyone losing their goddamn mind over that thing. I looked at it once again. I don't care about Star Wars, and I scrolled down. I said, "Ye to, when these people must be falling for it. I am above such things. I would never, you know." And then I went and watched this film. And for how is it? 2 hours and change, 2 hours and 15 minutes
2
or
hours
whatever.
and 10 minutes, yeah.
Something it is. I was making like an awe face with like my eyes watery looking at this thing. And I was like, I don't know what is wrong with me, but like this is the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life. I have
Yeah.
like mere andar ka some paternal instinct has arisen from somewhere which doesn't exist at all. And I'm like, no, this thing. I
I am going to ensure that this thing is protected. I'm going to ensure that nothing happens to this piece of shit.
I started like got out of the theater and I started a Pinterest board just for like the meme photos of this thing, and it is literally like I was telling Dhruv, this thing hits like crack. Like you
Fully.
you can't help yourself, you can't
And
control
like when
yourself.
I saw that movie, and I think more interesting about the discussion of the movie, because honest to God, there
Yeah.
is nothing to discuss about the movie except maybe if people are interested, where does it take place? But again, that doesn't matter also at
It
this
does
point.
not matter at all. I mean,
At
unless
all,
again,
it doesn't matter.
if it's some lower context, sure. I mean, I'm not even the biggest fan of the kind of the second half to me of the film is a bit of a hot mess because it just starts dragging. But like,
Hmm.
yeah, basically the interesting things for me was one, the dynamic between the two characters. Because the best episode in my mind, like episode I'm saying here, because it's very clearly they made a show, but then they had to release it as a movie, so they cut it together into a film kind
It
of a
is
thing.
essentially, but what I have heard, and also I truly believe this is the case, that this is essentially season 4 of The Mandalorian, which was being developed before the writer's strike happened. When the writer's strike happened, okay, and by that time, when the writer's strike happened and when everything resumed, by that time, Kathleen Kennedy, who was the head honcho of Lucasfilm after George Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney, Kathleen Kennedy was leaving. She was being poised to leave, and then a Star Wars movie hasn't been released in over 7 years, because in 2019 The Rise of Skywalker came out, which is a goddamn piece of garbage. Okay, so everybody was angry about it.
Sure.
Now they were like, because it is 7 years, we want to ensure that a movie comes out. Also, very interestingly, why is it possible? Because 2027, next year, is going to be 50 years of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie. Next year is going to be 50 years.
Yeah.
So they want to be prepared. They want to settle the groundwork.
Yeah.
कि एक movie चाहिए. So we want to make sure that it is completely safe without any controversy. And they are very scared of the fandom, because they are rightfully very scared of the fandom, because the fandom is comprised of utter man babies. So I'm being very polite.
No, I get that.
By all accounts, most of the fandom is crazy and delusional. ठीक है, so it is like कुछ भी नहीं कह सकते at this point. The only thing that the fandom agrees on, there are two things the fandom agrees on. One, Grogu is very cute. Number two, Luke Skywalker is the best. Those
Yeah.
are the two things that everybody agrees on.
So Luke Skywalker को छूना नहीं.
Luke Skywalker को छूना नहीं and Grogu को छूना नहीं. Those two things they all agree on.
Okay.
And they are like, okay, Luke Skywalker तो मर गया, doesn't matter. So we are going to bring Grogu in. And so how do we do that? Let us take season 4 का जो planned storyline है, take away all the important plot points that could provide any importance. उसको हटा देते हैं, put that in the TV show, because we are obviously going to include a new season. Now the episodes we have, let's put in a lot more budget and let's put in a lot more special effects, ensure that this is basically extended filler episode but with a higher made budget, and let's make a movie.
And उसको theater में छाप दो, पैसे कमाओ.
And उसको theater में छाप दो, पैसे कमाओ. Essentially.
No, so I'm saying, so with that episodic structure is very clear in the film, because you can see like where one episode ends and one episode. So I was saying that my favorite episode of the lot is the Grogu episode, obviously.
Even that is my favorite episode of the lot. I think there is a criticism. I think you have also seen this criticism. This movie has nothing. A lot of people who are saying this movie has nothing except Grogu cuteness. While I kind of agree, I think it is wrong to state that this movie has nothing. What this movie has something. It is very simple, but this movie has something.
No,
This
I mean
movie
that's what I'm
has-
saying. For this thing, it's basically same template as the show. These two go somewhere, do some assignment, come back, send on some other assignment. वो assignment में इसका morality आ जाता है. Then they do, and then that kind of a basic, very basic season type plot it's got. But like, just to like talk, I think we can begin with the highlights only of it. To me, it's
Hmm.
that the Grogu episode, and the Grogu episode also because it establishes both the characters' relationship really well.
I
Um,
think it is also important because if you follow the TV show along,
yeah,
what Grogu does in that section of the movie, he essentially becomes independent.
yeah,
He essentially becomes a character who can take care of his father in his own right. He
own
is
right,
essentially become the protector of his father,
yeah,
which he wasn't able to do in all the previous seasons because he was growing up. This is the
yeah,
first time we could see him do something like this. He only
yeah.
attempted to do something like that in season 3. This is the closest we can see and conceptualization of that
Yeah, it
idea.
kind of like begins. I mean, I've after watching this because I was so obsessed with Grogu, I started watching The Mandalorian because why
Hmm.
not? Again, I don't care about Star Wars, but I'm like, this thing is so cute. मैं शो भी देख लेता हूँ types.
Ha ha ha.
So, in the first episode, at the end of that, obviously they start the reason why the Mandalorian becomes sympathetic to Grogu, apart from the fact that it's a child, is that it protects him, right, at the beginning of or at the end
Yes.
of the first episode. So it's like no, but beyond that, it's a child, and then it becomes like this because the Mandalorian also is revealed in the first episode only that he's or the whole shtick is that he's an orphan himself, right? Or he got orphaned.
Yeah.
So it's like
He's
he,
an orphan in the sense, but the quote unquote lore wise, his parents would be killed in an event which happens on the planet Mandalore, which is called the War of 1,000 Years.
okay,
Okay, essentially the Empire destroys Mandalore planet because they were
okay,
like, "कि Mandalorians ko we can't control."
mm,
So they destroyed the surface of the planet, basically making the planet like glass.
yeah,
Essentially, they bombed the planet so much, and his parents would be killed in that massive event. I don't know which episode you are in. I think there is a flashback sequence in one of the episodes where you can see, yeah,
yeah,
कि blast fast हो रहा है, बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, and there's, yeah, that is that event.
understood,
So yeah, so now the thing is, कि it's essentially found family. The
yeah,
theme is of found family, which would be emphasized in the show. But what this movie does really well is the fact that it explores how much evolution Grogu has gone through.
yeah,
I really like the fact that movie का name ही है The Mandalorian and Grogu. I really like कि the first half is essentially about the Mandalorian and the second half is essentially about Grogu.
yeah.
So the title itself is very simple in bridging the two halves of the movie itself.
Yeah, and at the whole way through, it's kind of like it's almost like a buddy kind of a dynamic, right? That the two of them
Yeah,
have
yeah,
got.
yeah.
There's like a very cute scene in the first half where it's like the Mandalorian is inside like this thing, and there's like explosives inside, and it's about to like explode, and so Grogu's like knocking on his
Yeah.
helmet
Knocking on his helmet. Yeah.
to
It's
like
very
get him to
funny.
like it's very
Yeah,
cute and it's very funny. So you
yeah.
get that where he's helping the Mandalorian out while he does that thing, and then in
I
the
will also say that all this funniness and all this cuteness actually works because Grogu is an exquisite work of puppetry. Exquisite. Like this shit is not going to work if it is CGI. Case
no,
in point,
absolutely not.
Yoda. Case in point, Yoda in the prequels. It doesn't work. Yoda in the original trilogy works entirely because he's a puppet.
Yeah.
It,
And the puppetry is insane, especially when you realize, when you see that for all the press stuff, they take the
hmm.
thing around. The thing is given like quote unquote interviews,
Yeah. Red
and
carpet event and all that
red
shit. Yeah.
carpet events, and done all of that. So the thing in real life also looks like just as good as he does on screen. And it's
Yeah,
kind
fully.
of insane how much like incredible craftsmanship has gone into making
Yeah,
that thing.
like if you know the story, you would know that Werner Herzog actually lost his goddamn mind when they said that they were going to use CGI. They were like, he's like, "You are cowards. You are cowards. How could you not use this exquisite use of puppetry?" Yeah.
So please let's not.
Yes.
But so yeah, so you've got the Grogu section of it is really really well done, I think. From the
Yes.
and again it turns like Dhruv was saying, it turns into kind of a creature feature by the second half, or even sort of midway
Which
through.
I would like to call this, I would like to call that, this becomes like the cantina section in Star Wars Episode 4. What cantina section essentially means is there is a section in the original Star Wars movie where Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker enter into the cantina and they see a lot of creatures everywhere. And all these creatures are essentially puppets to, prosthetic stuntmen and all that wearing clothes and all that shit. All imagined from George Lucas's crazy brain. And people were blown away by that entire sequence, and they really wanted to see all these new imaginary creatures, and they wanted to see what these creatures could do. So there are sections in the movie, in all the movies, all the Star Wars movie, there are sections where it becomes like a creature feature, to the extent that even the television shows, which Filoni really loves,
Mm.
Filoni like dedicates multiple episodes to all these creature features.
Yeah.
So it is not like, it wasn't exactly surprising to me that it turned into a creature feature. It like, in a way, it was encouraging to me that there is something that could prove to the bigger audience that Star Wars could be a lot more than basically the Skywalker saga.
No,
It
and
could
it's
be a lot more than anything.
and
All
it's I mean
that
it's
shit.
done interest. I mean, even though I think the second half starts to drag considerably. I think it's got like the one time I genuinely got jump scared is when Grogu gets, again, we're talking from spoilers heavy, I don't even know.
Yeah, I
But
don't even know if
Grogu
spoiler
gets
kya hai.
like eaten by like a fish type creature, and
Yes.
then this like
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
throws
yeah.
it off of him.
And then it throws it off. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's like, and so you get this whole sequence of where he's like, the Mandalorian has been poisoned, so he's like looking after him, and it
Yes.
and it ends with like an aphorism, which is like, I know like it really annoys some people, but like he says, "What the old look after the young, and the young look after."
Yeah.
I teared up in that scene. I was like, this is great. This is, for me, as someone who knows nothing about Star Wars and is here just to like watch a film.
But
It's
I think that section itself emphasized one of the key themes about Star Wars. Star Wars was always about a father and son story.
yeah,
It doesn't matter whether the father is the biological father or the found family father. It was always about a father and son story.
yeah.
Phantom Menace was about the father and son relationship between Qui-Gon and Anakin,
Mm.
which got cruelly cut short. Attack of the Clones, Jesus Christ. Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith essentially was about the fracturing of the relationship between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. And the original trilogy, New Hope, is essentially about the fracturing of the relationship, about essentially the relationship between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi is essentially Luke Skywalker's relationship with both Yoda, his
Yeah.
father figure, and of course Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, his actual father, and how he pulls his father back from darkness.
Ji.
In a twisted way, it is also about the father and son relationship between the Emperor and Darth Vader, which is also a very twisted relationship. So it was always about a father and son relationship. Star
Yeah.
Wars, that is. And the Mandalorian and Grogu, from beginning to the end, has always been about the father and son relationship. So I think, thematically speaking, the movie actually has an arc.
Yeah.
Which is one big criticism. A lot of critics are saying that the movie doesn't have an arc. No, it does.
No,
It
it
is very
absolutely
simple.
does.
It is a very simple arc, but it does have an arc. There is no question about it. It does have an arc. And also the fact that I am not averse to a movie essentially being a Saturday morning cartoon with a higher budget. The movie is, for lack of a better word, the movie is coherent.
Yeah.
Yes, most people would say that is a very low bar. You need to realize that this is a franchisee which has the prequel trilogy and Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series within it. The bar is very low in terms of movie quality. Also, there is the fact that TV shows being turned into movies doesn't exactly have the highest bars. Yes, there are quite a high bar, but there are very low bars also. Case in
Yeah.
point, in 2025, there is a movie that came out called Star Trek Section 31. If you want to hear my rant, there is an episode where I ranted about
I
that movie.
watched that on a plane. It's the funniest experience of my life.
Yes. Oh God, that movie was so bad. But
Yes.
yes, if you compare that to Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu, if you compare Star Trek Section 31 to that, Star Trek Section 31 was a incomprehensible, confusing mess.
Yeah.
And the worst part is that movie is not accessible to a normal audience. The Mandalorian and Grogu does what it sets out to do. It reintroduces a new generation to Star Wars.
Mm.
Now, is its ambitions low? Yes. Is it playing very safe and very much to the gallery? Yes.
But
Is
is
it
that a
not-
problem?
Is
the-
it not epic at all? No, it is not epic at all. Is that a problem? Not to me. Me being a Star Wars fan, it is not a problem to me.
No, I mean,
Because
the
of-
fact that it got me to start watching The Mandalorian is probably proof that it works.
Probably, yeah. It doesn't work in the fact that you are not interested in watching the rest of Star Wars, which is
So
okay,
far.
by the way. Which is okay, by the way. Honest to God, which is okay. Because every time somebody tells me where to watch Star Wars from, I have to think कि कौन सा recommend करूँ. Original trilogy तो given, recommended. फिर क्या recommend
No,
करूँ?
don't people have like weird like orders that they watch their this thing, and
Yeah,
I
no,
know
no,
there's like weird.
there is only one weird order. ठीक है, उसको कहते हैं machete order. ठीक है, that is one very weird order. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I have tried once. It doesn't work. Uh, yeah.
You have too much
So
free time in your life, sir.
या फुल्ली मतलब कुछ काम वाम नहीं था, इतना वेला था, सब देख लिया मतलब. आई कैन ओनली से दिस कि this year is very weird because this year, like, see, this franchisee, the fact that I know about this franchisee or the fact that I'm a nerd about this franchisee is itself something that I do not want to be, because this franchisee I thought was dead. At least for me, my personal opinion, I thought this franchisee was dead.
Yeah.
It was essentially creating slop. The one time the franchisee had some potential was a little show called Andor, which is arguably one of the greatest form of literature and content that has ever been created. It is a minor miracle that it exists.
Okay.
The fact that it is Star Wars is baffling to me. But ठीक है. This year, a animated show came out called Maul Shadow Lord, which is again created by Filoni, which is really very good. I did not expect it to be that good. And then this comes out, which is also not bad.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, okay.
I mean, you're saying
You've
like
slow-
entirely inoffensive is much better than being active garbage.
Yeah, because honest to God, I have seen the quote unquote epic Star Wars movies fail, crash, and burn so miserably.
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker, hello. And so by that point, I am like, see, safe is also fine.
Yeah.
Just give me something that I can enjoy at this point. My expectations from franchisee films aren't that much anyway at this
Yeah.
current juncture. Me expecting getting something original at this point is an added bonus. Just know what your strengths are. One of the big problems with Star Wars has been कि उसका कोई direction नहीं है.
Yeah.
I'm not saying कि this movie is actually telling us what the direction is. No, but this movie is actually telling us कि ठीक है, they have not lost everything.
I mean, it's not
कुछ तो है.
aimless, you're saying.
No, not yet.
Not yet. No, but then the question becomes what worked for you? What about Mandalorian and Grogu works for you?
And now, as somebody who has followed the Mandalorian from beginning to end, more or less, the central relationship always works for me. Like the Mandalorian Grogu relationship always works. That is the main draw, honestly. What also worked for me is the fact that it is essentially a Saturday morning cartoon. It is a cartoon. It is a cartoon, but with a higher budget. So I had no problem कि एक second बाद कोई भी conflict होता है, Mandalorian fights a large monster. फिर एक और conflict आता है, Mandalorian fights another large monster. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, see, लार्ज मॉन्स्टर से फाइट करो, अगर अच्छा बजट है, आई एम हैप्पी भाई. आई एम अ हैप्पी कस्टमर. मुझे कोई इशू नहीं है सर. इज इट वेरी क्रिंज इन सम केसेस? यस. There is a character called Commander Coin, who is played by Johnny Coin, the actor, and which is like very weird. I'm like, ये क्या है? But ठीक है. There isn't any hint as to what the Empire is planning. So there are lots of plot holes in that regard. I'm
Sure.
not saying he isn't. And unlike most people, I don't like the Anzellans. The Anzellans basically
that
are those
Chintu.
little, yeah, those Chintu aliens who was introduced in the Rise of Skywalker. They are called Babu freaks. They are
They're
called
very
Babu
minions
freaks.
coded.
They are very minions coded, but they're also very funny.
Yeah.
I don't like them. But so I think they're too much. Like I think they're a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But ठीक है. I am also not a huge fan of the of the Hutt twins. I'm not a huge fan of them.
Yeah.
They were introduced in the Book of Boba Fett show. Okay, they were introduced in that show, and I wasn't a fan then. I'm not a fan now. I think their concept itself doesn't work.
No, but
ठीक है.
chalta hai types.
चलता है टाइप्स. आई थिंक वो लोग मर गए. आई एम लाइक ओके, देखना भी नहीं पड़ेगा. इट्स नॉट एज कोई फायदा भी नहीं है. ठीक है. But again, what really worked for me, or again from beginning to end, has always been कि Din Djarin's evolution as a father, because as you can imagine, he's not the greatest father. So Din Djarin's evolution as a father towards his son, and of course Grogu growing up
Yeah.
He's slowly and steadily becoming an adult. It is very interesting to me. He is actually nodding now. He's
Yeah.
actually nodding. He's actually making faces. He's actually more expressive now.
That
His gargles,
salute at
yeah,
the end.
his gargles and his salutes and everything. Those are, by the way, those are evolution. Those aren't
Yeah.
there in the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
3 seasons. None of those are there.
He's also like
पहले 2 season
grown in
he's
size. No, in fandom, I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but fandom size is measured in apples, and something is
yeah.
like cute and small. So we went from 2 apples tall to 3 apples tall.
या ही इज गोइंग टू बी ओनली 4 apples tall बाय द वे, उससे ज्यादा वो नहीं बढ़ेगा।
Of course, yeah,
पहले
yeah.
ही कह रहा हूँ, ठीक है, उससे ज्यादा वो नहीं बढ़ेगा। सो इट्स लाइक ठीक है, बट ही हैज ग्रोन ऑल्सो बोथ इन स्टैचर एंड ऑल्सो इन अ फैक्ट दैट ही हैज effectively grown. He's
Yeah.
slowly and steadily becoming an adult. We are one day going to see a very older, wizened Grogu in the form of a Yoda. I don't know whether that shit is ever going to work in movies or not. I genuinely have high doubts about it. By the way, we also don't know what Yoda species actually are. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But the thing about it is ki, as long as we can see ki what what Grogu actually represents,
Mm.
what Grogu represents by Lucasfilm is a very cynical cash grab. I am not averse to it. I am not an idiot in not recognizing it. I know what Grogu exactly is. There are plushies. There's everything. Star Wars ka adha revenue is being generated by Grogu at this point. I'm not even making this up. So it's like I understand. What I really want at this point ki make sure that the product or the plushie actually has a character.
Exactly. I mean,
Legitimately.
that's the interesting part to me, right? So again, I'm coming in with zero context. So the film, I think, does again because I think it's trying to onboard a new generation of fans. It does a good
Yes.
amount. It does a like decent amount of work to make everything kind of self-contained. So like, Rota the Hutt kind of explains who Jabba the Hutt is. They do the Mandalorian explanation. You get like a first bounty hunt. Like your opening action set piece becomes like a general explainer to what kind of character the Mandalorian is, what work he does, what his dynamic with Grogu is. So they do that kind of legwork. So you don't, I did not feel lost at all because I thought, I thought I'd be like, oh, who is this? What is it? None of that. I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. And again, what surprised me, because one of the things that is a bit like is blatantly cynical about the film is how also they use Grogu, which is that every 5 minutes you have to like a mandated reaction shot where you can look at it and go, oh, just so that you remember it's there, and you're like, if you're like lost interest, you like remain invested.
Yeah,
Like,
let's put Grogu ka face in it.
yeah, it's like there's that arena sequence, and that arena sequence is a bit mid, but like in the mid, and in the middle of that, Grogu is in like a cage.
Cage, but there are always reaction shots of him,
He's doing
essentially.
nothing. He's doing
He's doing
nothing.
nothing, but there are reaction shots.
You have to have reaction shots, and he doesn't even like get himself out of it. Like the Mandalorian has to get him out also. So
Has
it's
to get him out of it. Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
useless in the scene, but you can
And
see
his
that
force powers is and his force ability, by the way, is
is
very
mood.
inconsistent. He is mood. It's full mood. क्योंकि
राइटर का जब मूड
अगर वो बच्चा केज में है, इसका जो फोर्स पावर्स है, he could have broken the cage out
That's
seconds
what
में.
I expected. I thought bare minimum they'll do is that when the chaos happens, he'll at least get himself out and joins in. And I'm like, no, तुम्हारा इतना मेरे मूड के राइटर के मूड के बेस पे है कि ये भी मैंडलोरियन को ही करना पड़ रहा है. That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But
I also was very surprised because, like I said, the Rota the Hutt thing was such a matlab, I was like, Filoni, you really had to bring that guy. But theek hai, chalo. But what I really like is how he made Rota the Hutt into something entirely different. Because of course, Rota the Hutt is supposed to again, we have no context. We last saw him in 2008 ka movie, and then he might have appeared in the first or second season of Clone Wars kuch episodes mein. I don't even remember also kitne episodes mein. So to make him into something like this, ठीक है, even from an idea perspective, it is interesting.
yeah, and
Just
again,
from an idea perspective.
you get the father-son allegory or theme
Again, the
again.
father-son allegory, yeah. But
And-
this is a different father-son allegory that he
No.
doesn't want to remain in the shadow of his father.
Sure, and no, but that's what I'm saying, right? So what surprised me about the film is the fact that Grogu is a character, and that
Yes.
again plays into again. So because when I was expecting it, when I saw the whole thing, I expected him to essentially be like a reaction shot machine, just for people
Yes.
to go awe at. But the
But
fact
he
is,
isn't.
he
He
isn't. They
isn't.
gave him a full arc. They gave him a full section. And again, with Rot of the Hut, instead of just playing him as like a, plot device, they actually
Hmm.
give him a character. He has a very sweet dynamic. He also has a very sweet dynamic going on with Grogu, which is like
Hmm.
really cute and fun. So I'm like,
Yeah.
the film, I feel like it has heart, it has its heart in the right place insofar as we want to make something, like you said, very safe, very inoffensive, very family
वेरी
friendly.
इनोफेंसिव या वेरी इनोफेंसिव वेरी सेफ कुछ भी ज्यादा रिस्क नहीं लेंगे
Hmm.
थोड़ा बहुत ब्राइट शाइनी कलरफुल कुछ फाइट सीक्वेंस है या विच बाय द वे
Production
इज इन
budget
ब्राइट
hai.
which by the way isn't very bright or colorful because the cinematography I'm sorry is god awful it looks dark as
Yeah,
fuck
and this
it,
the Nal Hutta looks dingy and like just dirty as hell. I was like not
yeah,
even
yeah,
invested in the
yeah,
set or
yeah.
anything.
Yeah. मतलब कुछ भी हो रहा है मतलब I could the forest sequence like I love the Grogu section of it. It would have helped me immensely if I could see something. It was goddamn dark, man. I had to strain my eyes. It was so dark. It ruined it. But I do not want to sound like a snob, but I had spent money in a theater, and I'm like, कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है
No,
मुझे.
no, I don't think that. I mean, there's definitely that's the point, that it's an absolute 3-star film. It is
Fully,
not half a
it's
star
a,
more, not half a star less.
it's basically like my one of my favorite critics, William Bibiani, says it's the perfect 3-star movie. It's like a 4-star 3-star movie. It's it's
Exactly,
it's the best a 3-star movie can be.
exactly. That's a great way of
Yeah.
putting it.
Yeah, it's a 4-star, 3-star movie, or it's a 5-star, 3-star movie. It's the best the 3-star movie can possibly be. And I'm like, ठीक है. Again, believe me, I had zero expectations. ठीक है.
Yeah,
I only saw it because I'm a Mandalorian fan.
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of season 3. I am a huge fan of season 1 and 2. I genuinely felt that at the very least, I would get at least the Mandalorian and Grogu banter and their relationship का थोड़ा बहुत evolution. You know what? I got that.
Yeah.
That was my only expectation. I got that.
Like ticket के
Is
पैसे
it
वसूल
wrong?
हो गए. Like base
Is
किया
it
वाला
wrong of
feeling.
me? Is it wrong of me to expect bare minimum from a Star Wars movie? I don't think so because उससे ज़्यादा अगर expect करता तो disappointed ही होता.
I mean, the better is you don't expect anything and you get Andor, then you expect stuff and then you get garbage, right?
Yeah, fully. And it's like people are saying the new Star Wars movie has to be epic. I'm like, भाई, क्यों? मतलब क्यों?
No, but like I think the audience reaction also has been really interesting also, because I feel like there's one contingent who are like because I've seen discourse. I decided to like 3 tweets about Grogu. Now my entire timeline is about this film.
Why? Oh
I don't know.
God.
And there seems
Welcome
to
to
be
Star Wars fandom. They are so fucking deluded.
this is the discourse break before I ask you what's wrong with the film. But basically, like I feel like there's one contingent of the film that is predisposed to dislike it because they want nostalgia bait. And this film is, from my understanding, not completely nostalgia bait.
Yeah,
Uh,
there are no lightsabers.
there's no lights. I was like, I told Amartya when I got it, I was like, I feel scammed. I've not seen one lightsaber. I've seen a Star Wars movie. And
Yeah, there
that
are no
is
lightsabers. Yeah,
there's another
there's no.
contingent who doesn't like Pedro Pascal, which has been going on for a long
Oh
time.
yeah, for a long time now.
With
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four nonsense and Yevo and with his relationship with Vanessa Kirby and all of those things, they're like, this
Hmm.
man they don't like,
Hmm.
which I partly feel is homophobia, but anyways, we're not going there.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that is one contingent, and the other contingent is just Grogu cute, picture nice, let's go.
Picture nice, चलो हाँ चलते हैं. Yeah. And then there is the other contingent who don't like anything created by Disney. Any Star Wars created by Disney, they don't like at all. Very simple. It could be their hatred of Kathleen Kennedy. It could be their hatred of Last Jedi, which is a movie that came out in 2017 and people are still angry about it. I have no idea.
Is
But
that the one that you guys think is good?
Yeah,
The
I
Ryan
think it's
Johnson one.
exceptional. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
exceptionally good. Yeah. Oh my God, I lost half of QID ka audience. Yes. Yes, I love Last Jedi. Thank you.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but like the discourse is just, to me, feels like apart from the like Grogu nice, picture nice contingent, nobody's bothering to engage with the film. It's like everybody
Have you heard of one of the shows called The Acolyte?
Yes, I've heard of it.
You have heard of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the memes and the gifs of the hot Sith basically, who essentially has a kind of psychosexual relationship with his Padawan essentially in the Acolyte.
I don't think the only
He's
like
played by
hot He's
Yeah,
played by.
he played by Manny Jacinto. Yeah, the villain
Oh yeah,
essentially.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah. His name is Kaimir, and
yeah.
the Padawan is essentially like she's being seduced to the dark side. और यहाँ पे seduction थोड़ा literally है.
Literal है.
Yeah, seduction थोड़ा literal है. And I'm like that show by the way is. I agree for once with the Star Wars fans. That show was god awful. ठीक है, god awful.
But
कुछ
मेरे
भी नहीं
जैसे
है.
पागल लोग उसको मैनी जैसेंटो के
आप
लिए
जैसे
देख रहे
पागल
हैं.
लोगों के लिए पसंद हो जाएगा. ठीक
Because वो
है.
मैनी जैसेंटो के लिए देख रहे हैं.
Because for many just into only.
I love that.
या फुल्ली मतलब कुछ भी हो रहा है उस शो में, कुछ भी हो रहा है, बट पीपल आर स्टिल फैंस. दे आर लाइक ब्रिंग एक्ोलाइट बैक.
No, I'm
अच्छा
like,
ठीक.
at least those kind of people I still feel like are engaging with the show at a certain level or a film at a certain level. I feel like other lot of things are like उनको picture they watch the film
उनको
doesn't watch
पिक्चर
the
देखना
film
भी नहीं
doesn't
है.
matter.
उनको पिक्चर देखना भी नहीं है, लेकिन उन लोगों को ओपिनियन प्रेजेंट करना है.
Which I'm like, is the like most like I can understand if it's like a pithy comment, like go for it. But like when you're discoursing over it, I'm like, this is the most like lazy, तुम नल्ला बेरोजगार लोग picture देखने
नल्ला.
का.
Yeah, fully. Nalla
You
Berozgar
don't
look who are
even.
also. You guys are also worried about something called Star Wars. Of all things, you guys are angry about Star Wars, a franchisee which has been actually dead,
Yeah.
at least in terms of films. It has been dead for 7 years.
And died a very
क्या चाहते
miserable
हो
death
भाई?
from what I've heard.
Yeah, fully miserable that. But yeah, what didn't work for me in this movie is like as you can say, stakes low hai, which is something which mind you is a problem. Stakes तो low है एक. दूसरा, supporting actor Sigourney Weaver's most paychecky role ever. She's completely checked out.
वो
Completely checked out.
टेलीप्रॉम्प्टर से लाइन पढ़ने के लिए आई है मैडम सेट पे.
Then there are supporting characters like the character of Zeb, who is essentially like that blue-colored alien who helps Mandalorian, who is going to
That
essentially
monkey
transport
looking
Mandalorian.
thing.
Yeah. That character is actually a very important character, but वो character को कुछ रोल ही नहीं है. उसको basically taxi driver का रोल मिला है.
वो भी 5 मिनट के लिए एंड ऑफ द फिल्म में वो है भी नहीं. वो like then he
End
turns
of the
up
film
to.
में वो है भी नहीं, which is very sad because he's a very important character at least. ठीक है, he's a very important character in Star Wars Rebels, and so he's also a very important character in many of the live action shows. But again, so it's like you are bringing these supporting characters, but then you are not giving them anything. And then what I did not like, वो section जो आप कह रहे हो जो mid है ना in the entire that arena fight sequence, that is very mid. I agree,
Yeah.
because that is essentially CGI blobs fighting from one against the other, which is also a problem in the final action sequence क्योंकि तीन महान big three CGI slugs are fighting against each other, and I'm like ये क्या हो रहा है?
Even though people have praised it a lot with the puppetry, I also feel like when it turns into Transformers, I'm like, I don't know why this is here. I don't
yeah,
care
and it's
about
all.
this.
Yeah, and the slugs fighting, I'm like, this looks like आपको आपके पास मतलब बंगाली में हम लोग उन लोगों को कोलबालिश कहते हैं, ठीक है, जो
Okay.
the bolsters essentially, the big pillows.
Okay.
मतलब ये pillows.
Okay, bolster. Okay, understood.
Yeah, basically bolsters. They are like these bolsters. Three bolsters are fighting against each other. I'm like, ये हो क्या रहा है भाई? कुछ भी हो रहा है. So yeah, what I really also liked, what I did like is some of the मतलब क्या कहते हैं. Also, I did not like कि again cinematography. It is quite dark. That's a legitimate problem. It is really quite dark. And Nal
Yeah.
Hata का entire production sequence and all that stuff, they felt but we know that Lucasfilm has a problem कि वो लोग volume को ज़्यादा use करते हैं. The volume is essentially that computer-based VFX program which basically creates artificial environments. Essentially, that was basically used by Disney and Lucasfilm first, पहली बार. I
As
think
in
it was
like
first
वो
used in The
you're saying वो
Mandalorian.
blue screen, no, you're saying it like that या कि I don't understand. I mean,
The volume is essentially a technology where it basically introduces मतलब blue screen का full मतलब पूरा
understood.
एक stacks and stacks of blue screens का full environment है which
ब्लू
is
स्क्रीन के
essentially
कमरे में
creating.
तुम टेनिस बॉल फेंको और उसमें पूरा दुनिया आ जाता है
हाँ, यहाँ पे
टाइप
टेनिस बॉल नहीं है. इट इज मोर एडवांस देन दैट. एट
का.
दिस पॉइंट इट्स
Understood.
लाइक एक फुल रूम है, टोटल रूम है विच इज एसेंशियली इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ फुल अलग एनवायरनमेंट. आई
Understood.
फेल्ट दैट यहाँ पे वॉल्यूम का कुछ ज्यादा ही ओवर यूज है, स्पेशली इन द नालहाटा का सीक्वेंस. एंड आई एम लाइक मतलब I think it's a modern filmmaking problem only. Everything is a tad bit too dark at this point, and Star Wars for some reason needs to be a bit brighter, which is also why it does need to be a bit brighter. Otherwise, क्या फायदा है? इतना पैसा डाल रहे हो if you can't see anything. What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it has every right to have a bit of like a chintzy vibe to the whole thing instead of this
No,
like
no,
dark,
and
brooding.
I think this show, well, sorry, this movie, actually, if it was chintzy, if it was a tad bit Gampy, even in its aesthetic, I don't think it would have been a problem. I think it would have
Yeah,
actually worked.
yeah. I think I think that's what I'm saying, right? Like the fact that it is also this kind of modern filmmaking, like slightly dark and dingy, it adds to its kind of inoffensiveness because it's of its time in like all bold letters. Like this is a
Yeah, yeah.
2026 film. And again, that's perfectly inoffensive, but like, yeah, that's also for me also feeds into like my problem with the film is essentially that if you're going for a low stakes drama, then this big snake and ye wo.
This
I
is not
know.
even drama. This is like a low stakes again. It's like a cartoon. It's essentially like बच्चे को Sunday morning, Saturday morning को कोई बच्चे को उल्ला के कॉर्नफ्लेक्स का बोल डाल दो, बोलो आप देखो देखो
Yeah,
बच्चा
but
आप टीवी
then
में
the
देखो क्या हो
problem
रहा है.
becomes that when you've got these big act, like again, that's why I really like the first opening set piece because it's small, it's short, and it's like it explains its stakes very well, gets done, and it's over quickly. When you start getting like the big underwater snake thing, and then you
Hmm.
get these big set pieces that go on for a long while. Again, to
Hmm.
me, the entertaining part of that entire sequence was the Grogu doing like a Mission Impossible shtick through
Hmm.
the sewers.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the like the Pedro Pascal. Like again, Pedro Pascal for 3 seconds is 3 minutes is
Pedro
fine.
Pascal. And also, a very interesting thing is the fact that Pedro Pascal का face आप दिखा क्यों रहे हो? You are essentially using Pedro Pascal's face because Pedro Pascal is quote unquote, because I don't believe this.
Yeah,
Pedro Pascal is ostensibly the movie star who is headlining your movie.
yeah,
There is no movie star in this movie. I'm being very honest about this.
yeah.
There is no movie star in this movie. The star here is Grogu. Let nobody else tell you otherwise.
Superstar Grogu it is.
सुपरस्टार ग्रोगू तेलुगु मूवी का फुल फुल वो मोनोनिम रहेगा सुपरस्टार ग्रोगू
Flashing
रजनीकांत का
lights.
म्यूजिक डाल दो पीछे इट इज फुल ऑन लाइक दैट नो बट द थिंग इज कि if you are hiring Pedro Pascal for even 3 seconds, why not hire him for an hour? थोड़ा
Yeah.
shooting कर लो. Let him fight with his face or but a helmet off na for a
Yeah.
second.
No, that's what makes it feels like one of the thing is that you start after some time you start feeling that ये paycheck के लिए बनाई हुई picture है. From Sigourney Weaver's performance to the constant like cross cutting to Grogu to the fact that Pedro Pascal is there for exactly like one action sequence where he has to show his face for like
One
four
action sequence का beginning but the four
beginning. That's what I'm
seconds
saying.
वो
3 minute, I'm saying 3 minutes, 4 minutes से ज्यादा नहीं होगा. And
नहीं
उसके
नहीं नहीं
बीच में they literally take away his helmet saying हम इसको बेचेंगे and then they throw
and
it
then they
back
give him
at
his
him
helmet back.
so that he can put it back on and Pedro Pascal can go back to doing whatever he's doing, making Todd Haynes' film and repenting for Joaquin Phoenix's sins.
Yes,
Anyways,
essentially yes,
but
essentially yes,
but
yes that one.
that by that point, उसका थोड़ा cash grabbiness starts really setting in, which is I think again the problem is Grogu is so cute that the film still works, which is the true like horror of the film.
It's horror in the sense that oh my god the cash grabby thing actually is working. It's almost like it's also like every political idea ever by every politician. Oh my god, this idea or this statement is cash grab. Oh my god, people are actually buying into this
No,
cash
it's
grab.
like advertising ka like epitome, right? Like we
Yeah.
all are like, anti-capitalists who understand that advertising is made by the corporates
Yeah.
to like generate demand for the supply
Yeah,
they are,
yeah,
and it's
yeah, yeah.
anti-Keynesian or whatever. And then you
It's
watch
like
the thing and you're like, yes, I am not joking. I was in the metro and I was Googling for Grogu plushies.
it's like that madman का Don Draper essentially putting baby Yoda का face in the canvas and say, "Hear me out, The Mandalorian, but let's make it a movie and let's put Grogu front and center."
And let's
Funny.
let people interview Grogu and feed it macarons and nimbu. My favorite clip from the promotions of this film is Jamie Oliver feeding a nimbu, a lemon
Yeah,
to Grogu, and
Grogu.
it's iconic. And it works, and that's the problem with it. And so even with the things I don't like, for me, I think the second half in general, because I don't think, like you said, I don't think the Hutt twins are very interesting as villains or as bad
They
guys.
weren't they weren't interesting even in Book of Boba Fett. They
So
weren't
the
interesting at
so
all.
the stakes of it are only the most stakes I felt was in the when Mandalorian gets poisoned and Grogu is looking
The
after him.
stakes are only between the character motivation का essence में जो stakes हो सकता है, rise up हो सकता है,
Yeah,
वो
but
और
the
कुछ नहीं
problem
है.
is that when your film is so set piece, set piece, set piece, you become exhausted because then you're like,
Yeah,
can this end so that we can get to them
we
bantering?
can
Like
get to Mandalorian and Grogu again. Yes.
again, so that's the point. Like that sec again, and even though you said you don't like the Chintu mechanic, this thing, that also the
Yeah.
fun section, you get them again, really good. You get them in their spaceship, and they come in, and then you get him running to
Which
that
by
spaceship.
the way, the spaceship shouldn't fly.
No,
I am just saying.
I think Mandalorian is little bit akal se pedal if he thinks that इनका starship में he should fit. I think he should have seen that coming.
मैंडेलोरियन का अकल से हाँ मतलब ही शुड हैव बीन लाइक एक सेकेंड ये चिंटू लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं कौन से स्पेसशिप पे आए इतना चिंटू स्पेसशिप में ही आएंगे.
Like you literally, the joke is that even like Grogu barely fits. His head is like hitting
Yes.
the ceiling, and like you should have seen this coming. वो तुम्हारा Razor Crest, whatever that thing is called, लेके नहीं आ रहे हैं.
Yeah.
So
Though to be fair to him,
mm,
these Anzellans are such good mechanics. He wouldn't be wrong to think कि वो रेजर क्रेस्ट को मतलब रिपेयर करके रेजर क्रेस्ट को फ्लाई करके आ जाए. Which again brings me to the question: How does that little ship fly? It shouldn't work.
सर आप
Even for
फिजिक्स
Star
मेजर हो,
Wars, it shouldn't
मेरे
work.
को फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, आप लो अपना अपना
Uh,
engineering nonsense. But so that second half, it for me, I was yawning through it. It
hmm.
again, the personal interpersonal stakes are good enough. Again, when Grogu salutes and then Mandalorian puts Grogu in his arms when he's riding the Razor question, and I'm like, yes, please give me more of this. When like the Rota the Hutt is getting like what you call Winter Soldier type like a
Ha ha
brain
ha ha
laser
ha
put
ha.
into it. I'm like, can we please move on? Like the
Hmm.
action set pieces are fine. I think the action choreography is fine, but none
Hmm.
of it really holds your attention because I
None
think
of
it's
it
generic
matters.
as hell. Yeah.
None of it matters, which I think is also a problem. Ki
Yeah.
none of it actually matters. There is no stakes here. What really does work in ensuring that you're still matlab, hooked into the movie is also Ludwig Göransson ka score. I think that score is exceptionally good. His Mandalorian score has always been exceptionally good. That Mandalorian
I'm
theme
going to
song
make
is
a
great.
bit of a hot take. I think it's a good score. I think it's very generic in parts. Like it's got the
I
epic
think that's a
music
movie का I
TM.
think that's the movie का thingy also कि movie का
Sure.
thing में movie essentially is working off of Goranson's original Mandalorian का score.
Yeah.
That original Mandalorian score is exceptional, like exceptionally good score. So it is essentially like working off of that,
Yeah.
uh, which
It's
again
like they don't
is
do anything interesting enough for Goranson to do anything interesting with the score with,
हाँ
basically.
हाँ this is not Sinners essentially मतलब Sinners में तो मतलब Goranson is like playing music on another level at that point.
No, but like
Like
there's a lot
यार
of like funny, like I was thinking of so many other films and watching this. I know you would say Apocalypse Now, but I was getting full Top Gun vibes when the film opens and they're in front of that sunset. Then they're
yes yes
coming in and they're parking and that sepia filter on that planet and all. I'm
हाँ
like,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
and then
वही
Winter Soldier in the Rota the Hutt sequence.
Rota the Hutt sequence yeah, yeah, yeah. Matlab, there are lots of of course there are lots of Star Wars callbacks also, which again is a problem with every Dave Filoni project.
Yeah.
Again, no shade to Filoni. I think Filoni works very well in animation format, but Filoni is too faithful to what Lucas has done. Filoni is not taking chances. That is one big problem he has. Every single plot point that he brings is essentially like reverse engineering Lucas's work. And I'm like, कुछ तो नया सोचो भाई, कुछ तो करो.
It's like
And
anything to not rock the boat, basically.
Yeah. And even if you're rocking the boat, you're essentially telling us कि देखो boat rock हो रहा है, थोड़ा turbulence है, अभी ठीक हो जाएगा. Essentially,
It's
that is.
like wave pool में डाला instead of वो
हाँ हाँ हाँ
समुद्र.
फुल्ली. हाँ फुल्ली वही तो प्रॉब्लम है ना. एंड आई एम लाइक ठीक है. एंड देन no wonder there was a rumor that Filoni doesn't like Andor. Of course Filoni has essentially brought that down, but I am like, yeah, I kind of buy कि आपको पसंद नहीं आएगा. But ठीक है. Again, if we both have to admit to it, Mandalorian and Grogu is fine. Do I think it is a tad bit too expensive of a ticket for me? Yes. I completely agree with that. Do I think that I had a fun time? Yes. Did it reignite my thoda sorta interest for Star Wars to the extent that I rewatched all the three prequels and I even finished half of Clone Wars? Yes, unfortunately. वो मैंने किया. I have
Yeah.
no idea why. But I'm like, you are reigniting my interest again in this franchising. I think that's a win. Essentially, I think that
Again,
is a win.
yeah, I think that's the this thing of it, right? It's on paper a cynical cash grab film. And in execution, it's also kind of a cynical cash grab films. But enough of it works. That, like you
Hmm.
said, ticket cost का वसूली हो गया. I had a fun time
Hmm.
at the theater. I've seen utter garbage this year. So I went, it was like one film.
See उसका full श्रेय आपको जाता है. You chose to watch those
That
shit.
is true. I mean,
Yes.
again, the night before watching Mandalorian and Grogu, I watched Chand Mera Dil, so I suffer for my own bit. But like, I got to add one film in my 2026, which has got a heart next to it, which works. Did it
Hmm.
from a purely like cynical perspective? Did it get me into Star Wars? No, but did it get me to watch The Mandalorian one season at least? It absolutely did. So I think it's that kind of thing where it's like a this thing of from a as much as you can like dislike it from what its intentions are, enough of it just works as a film to be
And
perfectly enjoyable kind of a
And
thing.
and for people who are saying that it is one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made, first of all, hyperbole के गान में घुसो सब लोग, ठीक है? You
तो
guys are
like
talking about हाँ,
हद होती है.
हाँ, you guys are talking about Star Wars. Are you kidding me with this? The Attack of the Clones exists. The Star Wars Holiday Special exists. Yes, there is a
They have a
holiday
whole,
special. Yes, there
I
is
think
a.
the only thing you're missing is Star Wars on Ice. Come on.
I think there isn't something. I was thinking for a second. एक था ना एक second के लिए.
No,
No.
you can tell
There,
how bad it is if you had to think.
yeah. Star Wars Holiday Special. There is a Star Wars Holiday Special that exists. It is as awful as you can imagine. The Star Wars Clone Wars movie exists. That shit is awful. आप क्या कह रहे हो that this is the worst thing? This is not. The prequels exist. For fuck's sake. I'm like क्या कह रहे हो आप लोग? So.
Again, if it's the thing is, it's if you're saying it's the only way I can accept if people say it's bad is again if every other Star Wars film that is bad in an interesting way and you think this is too generic, that is one thing I can like
Yeah,
maybe.
that could be a possibility. Yes, that is absolutely a possibility. क्योंकि the prequels are bad, but the prequels are not bad from idea standpoints. The prequels are bad from execution standpoints. The sequel trilogy is also bad from execution standpoint and from being a tad bit too derivative and nostalgia bait.
Mm.
I think this movie, quote unquote, is bad because it is generic. But for me, I believe that the prequels being bad was so much interesting ideas done executed almost horribly, horrible execution.
Yeah.
And I think a generic movie being executed well enough with minimum of character development to the extent that I can understand what is going on, I think that is a win in my book, at least as a Star Wars fan. As a movie fan, it's fine. क्या
Again,
ही और
that's
कह सकते
the
हैं.
one thing that Amartya, and again, there's a reason why we're talking around the film so much as Amartya, and I just mutually agreed, and this is what I had with Dhruv also, is that Loki don't know what to say about the film because it's apart from like a plot summary, which is like this happened and this happened and this happened and Grogu is cute. There is not much to even say about it because it's just like there. Like Dhruv said, and this is a quote that is being stolen from Amartya. It is a film.
Yeah, it is a film. It is essentially a film. But I think that's also a good thing because
Yeah.
in a way it destroyed the initial conceit of this podcast episode only. Ki I am going to explain what Star Wars is to Chris, because we both went off on the premise ki this movie is going to be incomprehensible
Yeah.
to a non-Star Wars fan. The movie's success and the failure of this podcast is actually a good thing. Failure
Yeah,
of the initial
absolutely.
premise of this podcast is a good thing, because the movie wasn't incomprehensible to Chris. He understood it enough. It is enough of an accessible point of view for anybody to see this.
Yeah.
It's a different argument that kids are not actually watching Star Wars because kids are not interested in Star Wars. But that's a different
And
argument altogether.
kids are busy watching reels, but anyways.
Yeah.
No,
Kids
but
are busy watching reels. Yeah.
and I think it's also interesting that I think minus maybe a dialogue or two, I didn't feel spoken down to, which is also very interesting.
Yes.
Oftentimes, when you're trying to introduce some like this kind of a film, it's very easy to like be like in a way that can be annoying or also to people who know what it is. Like, why are you bothering to re-explain this, etc., etc. But I think it does a decent enough job of making it accessible to the non-fan while also like being like self-contained or like
Yeah,
related
मतलब क्या
enough
ही
to
और
not annoy
मतलब
the
क्या ही और
fan.
लेक्चर दोगे, क्या ही और लेक्चर दोगे बच्चे को, मतलब ऑडियंस को क्या ही और लेक्चर दोगे बच्चे के बारे में. The only time it becomes a quote unquote lecture is not actually a lecture. It's like an aphorism essentially. The old take care, young take care of the old after the old essentially are dying out. So I'm like ठीक है भाई, क्या ही और कह
No,
सकते हैं
again,
इसके
but that
बारे
I
में.
think they do it well enough where I was like, okay, Mandalorian seems to be like a character who speaks in aphorisms, kind of a because they do that this is the way and all of that stuff in
This is the
the
way. Yeah.
so I
He's
was like,
essentially he's the taciturn Western archetype. No, he's the taciturn Western archetype who doesn't speak a lot. He doesn't have a name. मतलब
again, Pedro
वैसे ही
Pascal ने खुद
introduced है.
बोला है कि क्लिंट ईस्टवुड है उसका इंस्पिरेशन मैंडलोरियन के लिए
हाँ,
तो
सबका इंस्पिरेशन ही क्लिंट ईस्टवुड ही है, और कोई काउबॉय मूवी तो बनाता नहीं था ना एक टाइम पे. बट ठीक है भाई, क्या ही और कह सकते हैं.
सबने द गुड
बट
द बैड द अगली देख के
हाँ,
होमवर्क बंद कर दिया.
मतलब what pisses me off about this PR thing is I know each and every answer that these people are going to give, क्योंकि उससे बाहर तो ये लोग जाएंगे नहीं.
It is the
उस
most like when the film has been PR'd to hell where it's like every interview is the same questions and the same answers.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this has been.
और बीच में ग्रोगू के बारे में कुछ बता दो, because that is the easiest shit ever.
I mean, like, again, to me, it's so amazing how much of a like this thing it is that people are doing interviews with Grogu where they just ask leading questions and Grogu either nods or smiles, and that is the interview.
Yeah, that is the interview, and it is getting views.
It is getting like unfathomable amount of views, man. Like millions of views on Twitter. I am seeing where it's like some lady gives like a macaron to Grogu saying, "Ye wo Navarro ka namis or whatever it is called is that
Yeah,
biscuit hai."
Navarro ka namis. Yeah.
And they can't even hold it, so she puts it like on its lap and it smiles. And ho gaya,
Yeah.
interview khatam.
Interview khatam. I think even Grogu was, I think, in one of the Oscars, na? Yeah, Grogu was in this year's Oscars also. He was
Yeah.
sitting beside Kate Hudson.
Yeah, Kate Hudson and like Sigourney Weaver told her to like back off or something like that.
Yeah. Something of that sort. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Get
Yeah.
away. Yeah, oh, get away from her, you bitch. Yeah. That line she used. That was the aliens का line. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah.
Anyway, मतलब ठीक है. This did not turn out to be the Star Wars का lesson that I was imagining it would be, which is a good thing. I
Which
did
I'm
not
very
want to
grateful
explain
for, sir. इस
to.
हालत में इससे ज्यादा मुझसे हैंडल नहीं होता. मेरी आवाज ही जा रही है. कल मौन व्रत रखेंगे हम. I hope my voice is not being too annoying for the listeners also, but I think हम लोग यहाँ पे समाप्ति कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, हम लोग यहाँ पे समाप्ति कर लेंगे. 1 घंटे का एपिसोड काफी है भाई. इससे
Anyways,
ज्यादा स्टार वॉर्स के बारे में इससे ज्यादा भी नहीं बात कर सकते भाई, और बहुत हो गया.
अच्छे से, despite some confusion, Varun has also taken the responsibility of editing this episode, so I'm going to sleep. Anyways,
Yes, please. Please, आप
anyways,
सो जाओ.
thank you for listening to this episode. I will say again because I have to. Gonchu is the love of my life. Is my baby girl. I love Gonchu.
I can understand. When I came out of watching this movie, I texted in the group, see, Chris is either going to hate this movie or he's going to fall in love with it because of Grogu. The latter happened. I
And
wasn't
I'm very
shocked
happy.
at all.
I'm very, very happy. I love Gonchu. Gonchu is the love of my life. Anyways, you can find all those social media links to the podcast. You know where to find them. And yeah, we have stuff coming up, Pride mainly in June, as well as Spielberg episodes and our discussion of Disclosure Day. So lots of fun stuff. Packed month June is. Thank you for listening, and khatam.